What's up guys, Chris here with another NieR Reincarnation video. In this video we're going to talk about how you can get to that third pity exchange for the NieR banners before they go away, even as free to play. So we'll go over a lot of the places where you can collect gems and tickets to get there. We're also going to discuss a couple different scenarios because everyone's account is different, so a lot of people are wondering if they should keep summoning on the Automata banners or save, or maybe even do the summer or anniversary banners. So we're going to go through a couple different scenarios, help you figure out what's going to be best for your account. And finally, you can see the gems and tickets I have here at the top, so we will finish off with a ton of summons. Why not? If you guys liked the video, first time on the channel, be sure to hit that like and subscribe buttons below. Mama, take us home. Okay, so you see I have 51,000 gems. We have two 10 times summon tickets. You can see those right here. And then we have 10 normal tickets. So this is 30 summons right here. This makes up for 9,000 gems. And then this is another 17 summons right here. So that's 170 and another 30 to get us to that 200 for another pity unit. So I'm going to go over a few of the places that we found all of these gems and how you're able to get there. The place we're going to start off with is the quests. So we head over to the quests and you're gonna have to pretty much get all of your main quests done. So I've done everything basically through very hard: chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. I think you can go up through chapter 6 on very hard. These can be pretty difficult. The required force, total force for these is about 90,000. You can beat these missions roughly 75, 80,000. You should be able to, as long as you're matching elements. So you're gonna have to go through the entire story to try and collect all of these gems. Another thing to keep in mind is if you go back to your lower difficulties, and you can actually see one right here, you can go back through these missions, and the first time that you completed a lot of these quests and missions, you maybe didn't get all of these gems that you get for these missions over here. You can see I didn't get this one. So if you're coming up just a little bit short, or you missed a ton of missions your first time through the story on normal or hard, now that you have a stronger team, you can always come back and do a lot of these. The companion skills and the character skills ones can be really annoying because on some of those easier stages, your units are just going to clear out the enemies so quickly they don't get to use these. So you may actually have to bring in a weaker team in order to complete some of these on normal or hard difficulty. Okay, so the story is one place that you get a lot of your gems. Next, we're gonna go over to the subquests, and obviously I've completed everything on Sunset Port, the Garden of Benediction, the Cage of Reincarnation. These events are super easy. Pretty much everybody right out of the gate with everything that they give you and your first few summons, you should be able to do normal, hard, and very hard for all three of these. There's 3 difficulties. You can get 5,400 gems from each of these, so make sure that you do that. That's a ton of extra gems. And just like your story missions, make sure you go through and you collect all of the missions here so you get all of those gems. Next, the daily quests. I have not done the daily quests for every single day of the week. I think I've done them for maybe 4 or 5 of the days, but these are some extra gems that you can get. The Guerilla quests, I also have not done this for every day of the week, but again, maybe 4 or 5 of the days I've completed the Guerilla quest, but each of these are going to be worth extra gems for you as well. Now, the dungeons, these are pretty difficult. So depending on where your total force is at, we have 13 days left. So if you're starting, like you started in the last couple days and you're kind of wondering if you're going to be able to collect enough gems to get there. I've been playing this game. I did not play at launch. I've been playing like a week after launch. So I have a team that can beat all of these missions on the Dynasts. So you can see I've completed all of the missions for Dynasts. For Officer, I've actually completed all of these. And by the way, these quests are absolutely miserable. These are terrible to try and farm. These are awful. You complete them once, and I guess you could try and farm them, but you have to do manual control for those. Witches, I can go through. I've done floor 9. I have not done floor 10. And then the Aberrant, which you get at chapter 11, I have not done 9 or 10. So I haven't even completed like absolutely everything that you can do. But this is one of the places that many people are overlooking where they can get a ton of gems, and that's your character quests. So every single character that comes from the story has 10 character quests. So you can see I scroll through these. Each one of these are going to be worth extra gems for the completion. There's 10 quests per character, and you can see, I think there's like, what, 10 characters now? 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 10 characters, 10 quests. That's 100 quests at 180. I mean, this is a ton of gems. The way that you unlock these quests is by increasing the rank on your characters. And the way that I did this is when you're farming these records for the Sunset Port and the Garden of Benediction, and even the Cage of Reincarnation, if you're doing the very hard versions, you're going to get about 17 to 20 rank points per run that you go through there. So one of the things I like to do is just put in one unit, my strongest unit that I know can complete the mission by itself. Then I throw in either the 2 or 3 star versions of a lot of these units and just let them sit there and gain rank XP. So I was able to get all of these units up to rank 10. That's a really good way as a starting player to gather rank. Eventually you're going to get these dark memory quests, which you can do the same exact thing. These are just much more difficult. And so I found that on these event missions, you're able to put in 2 units at a time. With the dark memory quest, you're probably only going to be able to put 1 unit in there at a time to get 30 rank XP, but you can get rank XP doing these or the events. Speaking of the dark memory quests, these quests, you're going to have 3 open for each character. So if you go in here, these are 3 more quests that you can get gems from. Make sure you come in here and complete all of these. You should be doing your dark layer every single day for every single character to gather their extra shards to level up eventually their dark weapons, but this is another place where you can get gems. So as you can see, I've pretty much done almost all of the quests, but I haven't like totally completed. I had some uncompleted missions in the story. I'm not all the way through these dungeons. There's still a couple of character quests I think I have to do for either Griff or Noel that I haven't done. Some extra daily quests, Guerilla quests. So as long as you're logging in every single day, if you do your video summons as well, that's going to get you an extra, I don't know, roughly about 80 to 100 per day. And then your daily character quest or your daily challenge quest will get you another 180 per day. So if you do all of those things, the login bonuses, in 2 weeks, like if you started yesterday or the day before, in 2 weeks, you'll probably be cutting it real close, but you might be able to get to that third pity as we've done here. All right, let's head over to the units and let's talk about a couple of different situations on what banner you should be summoning on, because this is one of the biggest questions that people actually ask. There's a couple of different approaches to this. You can see my account. This is a pretty standard account. I have the 3 banner units all at 75. So I have 75 2B, 75 9S, and then I used my pity actually on A2 because I wasn't sure if you were gonna have a third pity. So I have 80, 75, 75. Very clearly, if you're in a situation like this and you don't have any of these units maxed out on the banner that you want, whether you summoned on the white banner from these units or you summoned on the black Automata banner for 9S, 2B, and A2, either way, if you don't have a unit maxed out, then go ahead and keep summoning on that banner. Barring you summoning 2 things on the same banner, on the same exact pole, you're not going to waste any of those summons. I think it's pretty obvious if you don't have any units at level 90, just keep sticking with that banner that you have. That way you can push that pity exchange towards one of your units, getting them to 90. Now, things get kind of complicated. Like say, for example, I had this exact account, but I had a level 90 A2. Well, things get a little bit more complicated. Then it's kind of like that toss-up whether you go to another banner or you keep summoning, because getting summons for characters who are already at level 90 is kind of a waste. I mean, it's a little bit of a waste. So you don't want to do it. You still do get those bookmarks, but it's not really that great. So having a level 90 unit, it makes it tough for me. And I would say you go ahead and do it until you get another unit at level 80. Like if I got 2B at level 80 and I already had A2 at 90, that's probably when I would stop, because you're eventually going to get books to increase the level of the level cap and ascend these characters also over time. I probably would not risk my summons. Now the thing is, the way the PD and exchange system works, you can't go halfway on a banner, right? You have to go all the way. So if we're going 200 summons, we're going all 200 summons on the same banner. The advantage with the Automata banners is that you actually can summon on both the white and the black ones. I'm calling them white and black ones just because that's what the characters are wearing, by the way. Anyways, but you can have 2 different banners to summon on. So the NieR banners are probably the best ones to do this with, because say I go in there in my first 100 summons, I max out A2 and I get another 2B, and I want to stop on that banner, I can, right? I can stop, I can go over to the other banner and start trying to get 2P and mechanical IKEA. The problem is if you're doing like the summer banner, right? Say you did a bunch of pities of it originally on the summer banner, now you're summoning on the summer banner, you end up in that same situation. You have to keep going with the summer banner to get to that pity. You might waste some of your summons on a level 90 unit already. So that's the thing I would consider. Automata, a lot more flexible to summon on and use that exchange. Most players who started the game who are going towards that 3rd pity like I am, they were summoning on this Automata banner to start. So if you have 2 level 90 units, I think you entirely go to a different banner. So for example, if you're on the Automata banner, you have like a level 90 9S and 2B, right? And you're like, well, I really want A2. Don't. You're almost guaranteed going to waste some summons on pulling duplicates of level 90 units if you're in that case. If you already have 2 level 90 units, just go to a different banner. Now, I am very obviously going to be summoning on the Automata banners. I'm going to be doing the 2B and A2 banner, hopefully getting duplicates for them. If we do get a couple of duplicates, then I'm probably going to go over to this other banner and see if I can get 1 or 2 before that 200 summons, but I don't expect that to happen, seeing as where I'm at after 400 summons, I only have 1 duplicate of each. Probably not going to happen. So that would kind of be the plan. If you're summoning on Automata, that's kind of the great thing, is you can swap between the 2 banners. All of the coins go to the same exchange. That's the breakdown for all that. Let's head over and do some summons. Alright guys, well that's it for this video. As you can see up here, I already spent my gems. These summons took kind of a long time. I didn't want to tack it on to the end of this video because there were some good tips in this video. You'll have to go watch that other video if you wanted to see how those 200 summons panned out for me. Anyway guys, thanks for watching and we will catch you next time.